Okay, Raider Nation, we're here at the RDC Center today at the Gary Harris Arena for the last day of games for the AFHL AAA League, the regular season games. So the Raiders taking on the Red Deer Chiefs today. Raiders coming off a 2-1 win last night against the Calgary Fire. Their record sits at 17-8-4. Red Deer coming off a loss Friday night against the Calgary Fire, 4-3 loss, and their record sitting at 4-23-2. Second place still technically up for grabs, I guess. We haven't quite figured out what the exact tiebreaker, if Edmonton was to lose today and the Raiders were to win today, we'd both be at 53 points. We believe that regulation wins will be counted next, so that would make us third, but hasn't been decided yet. But St. Albert sits on top of the league at 72 points. Edmonton with 53. Your Rocky Mountain Raiders with 50. The Fire at 42. Lloydminster Steelers with 30, and the Red Deer Chiefs with 14. Top scorers on the Red Deer Chiefs: Kylie Perry with 12 points. Kylie Perry's a second-year player. Julie Wagner, 10 points. Julie Wagner is a third-year player. The Red Deer team is doing their graduation ceremonies today. And in net, we believe Ridley Hansen is net tonight with their other goalie out, still injured. So Ridley Hansen with a 2.97 goals against average and a 90% save percentage. Rocky Mountain Raiders top scorer. Finally, the tie was broken last night. Cryer Bandy got an assist on her younger sister's goal in overtime to take her up to 22 points. Sydney Benko with 21 points, and Hallie Lawrence will be between the pipes for the Raiders tonight, and she has a 1.8 goals against average and a .93 save percentage. So we are actually also going to celebrate our four Raiders again for their graduation. So that's going to be Sydney Benko, who is in her third year, and she's committed to Mount Royal University to the Cougars. We also have Sydney Trotter, who's also committed to the Mount Royal University Cougars. And we have
Kaya
Borbandi, who is also
Mount Royal.
committed to Mount Royal. And then as well, we have Alicia Santos, who actually will be playing in this rink next year. She's committed to the RDC Queens. So all four of our graduates committed, so that's great. The program is doing some justice, and all of them going to places that they want to go. So yeah, there's going to be a short ceremony before the game. The warm-ups have already been done, and there'll be a quick presentation, and then there'll be O Canada and puck drop.
Exciting finish to the game last night with that overtime winner by Abby Borbandi.
Yeah, too bad the Raiders couldn't have won in regulation. That would make today a little bit easier, but we did take 2 points out of there with the Abby Borbandi. Kind of came from the back of the net, really, and was kind of a great job with Abby Borbandi with stick on the ice. So Abby Borbandi, a second-year Raider who has not committed anywhere yet.
Then Raquel Ingram with a heck of a goal as well to get the Raiders lead in the second period. That was a nice shot coming in. Just picked a corner, but really a lot of hard work to get a puck free and then skate in and get that shot quickly off. That really made a huge difference. Raiders had tons of chances, just couldn't polish them off. The goaltender played well yesterday for the Calgary Fire, but we made her job easy sometimes too. So.
Well, it was something we talked about all night on the play-by-play, was just simpling things up. Sometimes it's putting pucks on net and things happen, and that's exactly what happened. Raquel came down the right side as she entered in the offensive zone and tried to pass it ahead to Pedamchand, and Pedamchand was causing some confusion in front of the net. Puck goes off a Fire defenseman leg and right behind Lajeunesse. So sometimes it's not the pretty ones that count, just pucks on net, and I think that's maybe something that the Raiders have to capitalize on tonight, is just getting back to the way they play, getting pucks deep, winning the race to those pucks, crash in the net, being aggressive. We play a really heavy game, and we just got to get back to that as we go into playoffs again. And Mike say most likely we're going to play Lloyd in the first round. Lloyd is a similarly teamed us as far as being fairly physical and heavy, so that'll be a good matchup for us as long as we get the referees to let them play, and that's always an issue for the Raiders.
The Okidokes referee, central referee assignments may be key to the success of the Raiders here in the playoffs. But what I really like to see is we had our lowest penalty output of the year last game with 2 penalties.
Well, I think that had a lot to do again with the referee, because we definitely would have probably had 8
I
to
counted
10.
about 8, but I also counted about 8 on the other side too, and they only had 1. So
yeah, it's pretty tough to complain.
The 2-1 was not a clean game by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
Well, the Zamboni's just about done. Looks like the graduating players are getting ready to come out on the ice, and we'll have a brief ceremony before puck drop. Then we'll get on with the game. So we'll play a little video here of our graduates, and then we'll join the festivities.
Wow. Okay, well, funny start to the game. We just did a fantastic pregame talk, Peter and I, and we just realized that our main audio line was on, our secondary audio line was off. So we'll do it again. So the Raiders, coming off a win last night in overtime against the Calgary Fire, and their record is now 17-8-4. Red Deer played Friday night, didn't play yesterday. They lost to the Calgary Fire 4-3. Their Red Deer's record is now 23-2. So that leaves us with St. Albertans with 72 points. The Edmonton Pandas with 53. The Rocky Mountain Raiders with 50. The Calgary Fire with 42 points. The Lloydminster Steelers with 30. And the Red Deer Chiefs with 14. So second place, still not technically. We really don't know if the Raiders would be to win today and get 3 points in regulation. They would tie with the Pandas if they were to lose to Edmonton today. So we're still not 100% sure. We're assuming that we're going to face, if we even were to tie, we're assuming we're still going to face the Lloydminster Steelers in the first round of playoffs just due to regulation wins. But we're unsure. So Red Deer's top scorer is Kylie Perry, a second-year Red Deer forward, with 12 points. Julie Wagner, third-year Red Deer player, 10 points. Ridley Hansen in net for the Chiefs tonight with a 2.97 goals against average and a 90% save percentage. The Rocky Mountain Raiders, finally the two girls at the top of the team all year long, been back and forth, tied for the last few games, but Kaya Burbandy gets an assist on yesterday's goal. Abby Burbandy, her younger sister, got one in overtime, and Kaya was the passer. So Kaya Burbandy now with 22 points on the year. Sydney Banco with 21 points on the year. And Hallie Lawrence is going to be in between the pipes tonight with a 1.8 goals against average and a .93 save percentage. On the year, both of our goalies have pretty much played an equal amount. It's great to see. And Hallie is going to get the last regular season start tonight. So got a quick ceremony here for our graduating players. We have 4 graduating players on the Raiders. We have Sydney Banco, who's committed and going to be playing for the Mountain Royal Cougars next year. We have Sydney Trotter, who's also going to be playing for the Mountain Royal Cougars next year. We have Kaya Burbandy, our team captain, who's also going to be playing for the Mount Royal Cougars next year. And then we have Alicia Santos, who this will be her home rink next year. She's going to be playing for the Red Deer Queens. So it's great to see all 4 of our graduating players moving on into university positions. So there's just a little bit of a presentation here, and then we will get going with the game after O-Canada.
sudden I got bright in here. She was going to the University of Montreal.
I thought she was going to McGill, but must have changed. McGill's really hard to get into with grades, I believe. So.
It's the
like really high grades, like not.
It's the Ivy League of Canada.
Yeah.
My sister went there.
Number 18, Hotel. Number 19, Ron. Rob has committed to Penn State University in New Hampshire.
You met that coach.
Rebecca Bridges. Such a
Long way from home, though. New Hampshire's beautiful.
yeah, Jason.
And my favorite player, number 19, Edgar.
How many graduates do they have?
6. That's the last one. Oh yeah, with Liz.
Yeah. That's it. The goalies are good. Yeah, haven't come up on the ice like that. Oh, I'm sorry, lower body injury.
Can we get one more for Mixed Grass?
Okay, well, that's the end of the graduation ceremony. So the Red Deer Chiefs with 6 players and the Rocky Mountain Raiders with 4. So it's always a sad thing to see when the girls finish off their minor hockey careers. A lot of driving and commitment from the parents on this level. So it's great to see that the parents are involved. All the parents were out to get pictures with their daughters. Of course, the Raiders did theirs 2 weeks ago back at home. Our last game of the year was at the Payson Centennial, and it was a mental health awareness game last night, and that would have been tough to do it, so the coaches elected to do it a little bit earlier. So we're just going to finish up with Ocam. A little bit of line confusion in the box, just having one forward short. I guess we're back up on the YouTube. I guess we'll do the best we can in not our home rink, so it seems like we have good quality right now.
Yeah, again, we'll try and get the internet feed. The Raiders grab the puck off the draw. Matthews chucks it into the neutral ice. Clouston battling along the half boards, but the Red Deer Sutterfund Chiefs get into the zone. Matthews gathers that puck up, leaves it there for, looks like Williams. Gets to the line, not out. That is out.
That was out, yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to be offside. So the Raiders are going to get the free pass out of the zone. Long stretch pass by Borbandy. No icing on this. It's going to go back behind the net. And on the forecheck goes Matthews. But the puck comes up the boards. And Red Deer exits the zone.
Yeah, that's offside.
That's offside. Perry just about shot it late. That would have caused a little bit of a ruckus, I imagine.
Robin Grant just couldn't quite stop quick enough as Callie Perry was coming in the right side there. And yeah, luckily she didn't shoot. She was almost wound up ready to shoot, and I'm pretty sure with Trotter out there would have been some words for sure. So good job on Callie Perry to recognize the whistle and hold up. Good start for the Raiders.
Pedham Shan wins that draw cleanly, goes back behind the net. Santos gathers it up, goes D to D for Trotter, chips it up off the boards, and Kaylee gets it out into the neutralized zone. Hansel gathers it up, gets it over. They exit the zone and come to center ice, and that's going to be offside again as a couple of players got tangled up at the blue line on the far side.
Well, the Raiders off to a good start. We got 2 lines through now. We got the Pedamchan outline. No, I guess we do have 3 lines through. Everybody's going to get a little bit of a, it's always tough in Red Deer. We come out for a warm-up, and then we have flood the ice and then come back out, so the legs are sometimes cold.
Comes in. Lawrence leaves it behind the net. Elliott gathers up the loose puck, though, and it's back behind the net. Comes right out in front. Couple of shoves at it. Hallie Lawrence seals the post off and keeps that puck out. Couple of whacks at that one. I would have given 2 shots on that one.
Yeah, Stephanie Keeper had a great chance there to find a hole on Hallie Lawrence, but Hallie Lawrence stands strong, and nothing's getting by.
Benko in to take the draw. First shift out for this line. Benko wins that. Comes back behind the net. Williams pokes that puck free. Comes onto the half boards. Benko chips it up. Hits the captain in flight. Borbandy into the far corner. Goes back behind the net. Tries to throw it out in front. Benko on the loose puck, though. She got hooked. Anytime you have a player basically lean back like that, you know that was a pretty stiff hook. No call on it. Benko in the corner. Pokes that puck free, and Borbandy gathers it up. Borbandy cycles it back. Nobody there for the Raiders, and it gets out into the neutralized zone. And that's going to be icing.
Nice. Well, a nice little series or a little sequence there for the Raiders. The Borbandy line out, getting a couple of chances. Nice little board pass off the wall there by Claire Hobbs, Grant MacEwan University commit, and then up to Kaya Borbandy, who made a little move behind the net, almost got it to Benko.
Croson in to take this draw. This line did a lot of chaos in the corners yesterday, so
yeah, especially with McKenna Welby just back. It was a great job on this line yesterday.
And I was really impressed with Croson. She was all over the place yesterday, just driving the net, causing havoc back behind, poking pucks free.
And Ingram with a goal.
Ingram with the goal, but Ingram also with some physical presence right out in front. Oh, good chance for the Raiders. Couldn't get a shot on net. Now Trotter, one-on-one. Drives their player back behind the net, pokes that puck free, and wheels her off into the corner. But the puck skirts free and comes to the line. Kept in by McLaughlin and outskates the Raiders. Get it out into the neutralized zone. McLaughlin has it back. She puts one into the feet, but the Raiders come away with a loose puck. Oh, wow. Croson got dumped there. No call. Comes back to the line, squirts out in the neutralized zone. And that one deflects back in, and now Borbandy got away with a little bit of a hook there. So now the Raiders skate back with numbers. Borbandy enters the zone. She throws one on net. Loose puck out in front, covered up by the goalie with, looks like Cluson was right there trying to poke out a rebound.
Yeah, good job by Abby Borbandy to find a lane out of it was a 4-on-2. She found a lane through the middle of the ice. Was going to take a shot, moved to the left a little bit, got a shot, and that's been something the Raiders have been doing lots this year, is looking for that rebound on the wide-angle shots.
Cluson in to take this draw.
Not really.
Not sure what the whistle was for.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think the referee knew either. The back linesman was the one who called it.
No one's getting kicked out, so I don't know why.
Red Deer got kicked out. Both of them got kicked out. Okay, all right.
The rare double kick out.
It only happens when the Tachek boys line up, I thought.
Yeah, exactly. Borbandy tried to flip one through. Now it's going to be a little bit of a race here. Cluson with a good back check, though. But Perry gets the puck free and comes right into the slot. That one's blocked and gone into the corner. Back to the point. Red Deer controls it. Good job by Wiltshire to get the puck out. Clouston overskated it a little bit, but Raiders control it, and they have some time. Williams had the puck taken off her by Perry. And Borbandy gathers it up. She's going to go up the wall. Pedam Shan takes her player, and Chambers gathers it up for the Chiefs. Chiefs enter the zone. Far shot goes wide and goes around to the near side. Another shot. Whistles way wide and goes into the back to the point. Right out in front, Lawrence with the save, and another save. A huge save on the second effort. Made the first save. The rebound was right there, and Red Deer couldn't cash that rebound in because of a great save by the keeper. Kaylee gathers up the loose puck. The Raiders just dump it down the ice. That will be icing on the Raiders, but they needed a change, and that was the first real quality scoring chance right there. Point blank. Lawrence stoned him.
Well, the Raiders got to get into this game here pretty quick. We typically are a fast starting team, and right now we're a little bit asleep at the switch here. And Hallie Lawrence bailed them out big time there with Charco, I believe, maybe in front of the net there, point blank, all by herself. Again, we're getting Red Deer getting kicked out. Callie Cook comes in to take it.
Red Deer gets control at the jaw. Chambers to keeper. Keeper goes cross D to D, across the blue line, comes through. Lawrence with the save, knocked back behind the net. Red Deer on the loose puck though, and comes back to the line. Hobbs bothering there, and Trotter's going to gather up that loose puck. She's going to chip it up off the boards, perhaps. She had Hobbs flying, but Hobbs decided to circle back. Good job by the captain, Borbandy, to come in, and Welby tried to poke that puck free. Now Benko on it. She chips it in, and now in on the forecheck goes Borbandy. The captain chips it up to the line, and it comes out into the neutralized zone where Benko gathers it up. She throws it back in, and she's going to go for a change. Welby now in on the forecheck. Comes back behind the net to Chambers. Chambers goes D to D. Chipped up and out. Pedam Shan now, one-on-one, is Williams. She gathers up that puck, tried to get it up the boards. It's
there's a headshot for sure. Haley Hoogkamp just hammers down Pedam Shan. Going to be a head contact.
Yeah,
back in our rink, that's probably a 4-minute hand contact. Kind of anything intentional, but it's only going to be a 2. So the Raiders go to the power play with 14:53 in the first.
That would look like the puck was caught up, and Pedam Shan just reached to grab it with her glove, and she took the headshot there. And
so see if we can get something going early here. The Raiders need a little bit of a jump. So far, it's kind of been mostly Chiefs.
Comes back to the point. Elliott with the shot, deflects off into the corner. Good job by the defenseman to get in the lane and take it off the shin pad. Comes to the line. Elliott couldn't gather that up, and Williams is going to go back to gather it up. She's being pressured, goes back behind the net. Surveys the action, has Clouston. Gets the pass up to Elliott. Elliott makes a move at the line. Puts a pass. Clouston with a good job to tip that in. Matthews in on the forecheck. Takes a ride into the boards, but the Raiders come away with a loose puck, get it back to the line. Borbandy kept it in. She skates it down. She got hooked. That one just whistles wide. Into the corner it goes, and the Raiders are on the loose puck. Clouston gathers up the loose puck, and she's going to barge her way into the corner. She's forced off the puck. Raiders can't keep it in, but Borbandy does, and finally it's 180 feet down the ice. Lawrence settles it for Santos. Santos gathers up the loose puck with 1 minute to go here in the power play for the Raiders. One shot so far on the power play. 4-3 overall, and the Raiders enter the zone. Croson dumps it in. And in on the forecheck comes Borbandy, but she can't get there in time, and it comes out into the neutralized zone where Trotter gets it over to Welby. Welby holds it on the line. 3 players there, and it's finally dumped in deep. Pedam Shan now goes in on the forecheck. Comes to Welby. Welby gets it back to the line. Goes D to D. Trotter with the hard pass from Elliott. Comes off onto the half boards. Borbandy tried the little pass as Trotter was going right to the slot. Good play. I mean, she must have watched the Oilers game last night because that was the winner from Nugent Hopkins.
That would have been a great play if that was to happen, but 10 seconds left on the Chiefs penalty here. Got maybe time for one more rush.
5 seconds to go. Trotter with the puck. She tries to exit the zone. Perry with the pressure. And the Raiders go 0 for 1 on the power play. Perry now into the zone. She gets it checked off by Kaylee. Kaylee throws it back behind the net. Trotter gathers up the loose puck. She reverses it right back into traffic, comes right out in front. Pedam-Shan with a good block. Another one, and
Great
Pedam-Shan
job by
blocks again.
Pedam-Shan.
Did a great job to get in the lane twice. Now Trotter going to lumber it up and into the zone. She's going to take it all the way down in and hold it in the corner. It's underneath the player. Trotter has her stick inside the shirt of the player, but Benko now with the puck. Benko wheeling across the line, throws one towards the net. Blocked by a defenseman, but Benko gets in the way of it, and a second effort comes to center ice where Borbandi has it. Borbandi enters the zone. She leaves it there for her sister. Kaya Borbandi with a shot. That one deflects just wide. Comes to the line. Santos keeps it in and throws it back down the line. Kept in again by Benko. Raiders now with some good forechecking. That one goes down the ice. No icing on this as Borbandi's going to be back in time to gather up the loose puck. She circles against some pressure. Her sister pokes that puck free, and it comes out into the neutral ice and outskates Benko. Benko puts that puck up. Hits Matthews, and Benko's going to go for a change. Benko's ridden off by
that's going to be
number
ice.
7. And we're going to have an icing here as the Raiders will have an offensive zone start.
Well, the Raiders just got to get going here. We're certainly not playing our typical game. We seem to be a little hesitant today. We're not winning the races. We're not playing the body and our typical team. So I'm sure that Coach Borbandi is going to make some adjustments and maybe getting some ears here because this is almost playoff time. Whether this game means anything or not, you got to play the game that we normally play, and we're not playing it right now.
Wiltshire getting a little bit feisty over there. That one comes in right out in front. Hansen steers that off into the sideboards and then exits the zone. Good play by number 8 to poke that puck free. That's going to be offside, so they're going to have to clear the zone. Raiders with a head up is Elliott. She's coming out with a head of speed, makes a move at the blue line, and now she's going to enter the zone. Shot, whistles wide, and Hansen's going to hold that puck. Elliott stuck his stick in there late.
Well,
11 minutes to go here in the first period of play. I'd say sluggish is my word.
Yeah, we're certainly not playing our game. I mean, it probably doesn't come across maybe on the live stream as well, but when you're in the live building, yesterday's game and several games prior was definitely a different team than what we're seeing right now. But it's early in the first period, so hopefully we can figure it out.
Williams, 2-on-1, has to be careful. Does a good job to go and separate the player from the puck, though. And the Raiders put the pressure and the puck comes back out. Benko now chips it up. She's taken out in the middle of the ice. That could have been a penalty. Welby puts it back, and Benko's going to be on this loose puck. She gathers it up, comes outside the zone. She was being bothered there by Chief, and it comes to Santos. Santos with a nice move, chips it up, and it comes back down deep into the Raiders zone, and everybody's making a change, and Pedam-Shan dumps it in deep, and Ingram goes in on the forecheck. Hansel battling against Ingram. Ingram wins the battle, gets the puck. Comes back to the line for Trotter. Trotter throws one through. That one's blocked by number 15 of the Raiders, Hoogkamp, and outskates the Chiefs. That one goes all the way down the ice. No icing, and Trotter's going to have to be on the puck. She circles against some pressure and rims it around the boards. Kaylee going to get the loose puck. She chips it out and hits Santos. Santos is going to come up. She chips it into the zone, gets dumped, and the goaltender stops it there. But right there was Ingram to gather up the loose puck. Ingram out there. Borbandi steals that puck away. This is a little bit of a different look line. Coach Borbandi scrambling some lines up here. Perry trying to catch up to that puck, does so, throws one. That was actually a pretty good shot, just missed the top of the net.
Call that the offensive breakout, that one. We used to laugh about that last year.
Yeah, looking for the long stretch pass. Good job by Santos to read that nicely, and she gets it out of trouble. And with a second effort, the Raiders gathered up in their own zone. Borbandi has it with 9:06 to go here in the first period. She's being pressured by Botel. Botel throws her into the corner. Borbandi battling hard, gets that puck. Well, that one would have been better to be covered up by the goaltender, but she gets it to Clouston. Clouston gathers it up, exits the zone. Had it checked from behind, but she gathered it up. She's getting bothered from behind. A couple of slashes there, but they weren't really all that aggressive. She's still on the puck in the corner. Botel tries to get it up. Trotter keeps it in at the line. She throws it back down in deep, and now Wiltshire goes in on the forecheck. Wiltshire out there alongside Matthews. Wiltshire back behind the net, throws one out in front, comes right back to the line. Trotter has it. She throws it over. Croson has it in her feet. Raiders now with a little bit of pressure on the forecheck. And it's the Red Deer turn to be a little scrambly in their own zone. Goes D to D for Trotter. Trotter hits Benko. Benko with a shot. Scores! Puts it 5-hole. Sydney Trotter. Great shot. Or Benko from Trotter.
Well, after a bit of a sluggish start for the Raiders, get lucky. Benko fires one through some traffic. It goes right through the 5-hole of Ridley Hansen. But, the Raiders got to get into this game. The Red Deer right now is just outworking them. And we're definitely not playing the typical game that we play.
Benko grabs the puck off the draw, and she chips it into the zone. And on the forecheck goes Croson. Some interesting lines coming up out of Borbandy here. But scrambling lines seem to work and get us well,
we got one forward missing, right? McKibben is in the stands, so having that open winger, it's going to rotate a little bit again today. The last couple of times that we've had a missing player, we moved up Krista Scurfield to forward just to keep the four lines the same. But today you'll see a little bit of juggling by Coach Shelley Oakes. She runs the forward door.
Linesman a little bit of a quick drop. Pedham Shan hadn't even got set, but she managed to get the puck out of the corner. Comes back to the line. Shot through traffic. Deflects off into the corner. Right in on it is, it comes right out in front. No one there to cash that one in for the Raiders. Comes right back down the pipe as Borbandy threw it back in. And again, some good forechecking here by the Raiders. That comes out. Pedham Shan back in on it. She gets that puck over to Borbandy, who gets it right up to Ingram. Ingram dumps it in, puts it right on net. The goaltender leaves it there for the defenseman, number 11. 11 skating it up. She throws a pass up. Borbandy gathers it up and dumps it back in the zone. Hobbs on the forecheck now. Hobbs out there alongside Benko and Borbandy. Borbandy on the puck. She chips it in. Hobbs going back behind the net. She gathers that right back to Borbandy. Borbandy with a backhand. That goes off the goaltender behind the net. Benko now on the puck on the half boards. Benko circles, gets a pass across to Trotter. Trotter throws a pass up, and the goaltender's going to hold on to that with her blocker.
Well, the Raiders might be maybe kind of compared to a diesel engine today. I think the glow plugs were on for the first 5-10 minutes, and it seems like they're finally starting to get some pressure going here, but certainly not the team that we're typically used to seeing. We haven't lost many battles this year, and so far we're losing a few, but hopefully the last 2 minutes is a telltale sign that they've woken up and we're going to play a game here.
And it's always nice to play from ahead as Wiltshire gathers the puck up, gets it back to the line for Trotter. Trotter's been able to get the puck back through. Right out in front, Trotter. Oh, great save by the goaltender. Comes right back out in front. Oh, two great chances there for the Raiders. Just couldn't get cashed in. A great save by Hansen on the first chance, and the second one just couldn't get a stick on it. Clouston tried to get a good tip on that one. Matthews gets it back to the point. Santos back to Matthews. Matthews throws it in the corner. Clouston gathers it up. Matthews now on the half boards. Goes back in the corner. Clouston and Matthews doing a good job of keeping that puck in, and Santos did a good job to keep it in, but Perry gathers up the loose puck, and she's got a 2-on-1. She shoots a good glove save by Lawrence.
The goalie. Yeah, good job by the Raiders to do that. That's a typical move, unfortunately, by Kylie, trying to stir things up. You need a player like that as well that stirs things up. Referee just has a quick talk with everybody, and that's the end of it. But I can guarantee you the next time that happens with Sydney Trotter out there,
Perry might be on her butt.
Yeah, there's a very good chance, yeah.
There's penalties and there's good penalties. That one would be a good penalty in my opinion. You can't have someone coming and snow the goalie like that. Quick shot off by Botel. Just goes wide. Ingram gathers up the puck. Couldn't get it out though. She gets a second chance. Gets it to Croson. Croson back to the D. Up to Ingram. Ingram over to Croson. Playing a little bit of a touch pass in her own zone. Finally it gets out into the neutralized zone and the Raiders skate it out. Williams couldn't get it further and she finally dumps it. Can't get it all the way down, and she regroups. Chipped in by Ingram, and Botel goes back and gathers up the puck back behind her own net, reverses it there, and the Chambers gathers it up for Red Deer. She gets that all the way down the ice, no icing. Good job by the linesman to call that early as Elliott was expecting it to be an icing, and she had to start skating again. Borbandy has it on the half boards. She kicks it free and gets Williams. Williams puts it back up off the boards, takes a funny hop off a stanchion, comes right into the middle of the ice. Red Deer dumps it back in deep, out of the reach of Elliott. Comes back, reverses behind the net, and Williams is going to have a little bit of time. She throws it up the boards for Kaylee. Kaylee throws one out into the neutralized zone, but couldn't get it out of the zone. Good pick-off by a keeper, and she throws it back in behind the net. Elliott tries again off the half boards, comes back to the line. Hansel goes over onto the neutral zone, or onto the half boards, and it comes back to the line. Kaylee chips it up. She finally gets it out of the zone. Thought she got it out of the zone, but obviously not. Would have been offside otherwise. Red Deer gets it back in behind the net. This group's tired out here, and they're probably going to look for a change here. Kaylee tried to flip it to the line, couldn't do so.
Hailey's got to grab those.
She's got to grab that one. Get a change.
We got a couple of fresh bodies out there. We got Matthews and Clouston now, but we're.
Good job
here we go.
there, and here's Wilcher. Wilcher's going to have a little bit of a race. And Hansen goes to play it. That should have been waved off. Hansen went out to play it.
Yeah.
She left her crease, took 2 strides. That's a wave off every time.
Well, a bit of a scrambly shift there for the Raiders. Just couldn't get anything going, and the Chiefs had all the pressure there. Hopefully we had a brief 3 or 4 minutes back to somewhat normal for the Raiders, and then a bit of a hiccup there again.
Clouston gets the draw, but in on that was the Red Deer Chiefs, and they get it out into the neutralized zone, and the Chiefs fire it right back in. Here comes Santos in a race. Comes to the side of the net. Now it's behind the net. Everybody's looking for the loose puck. Finally, the Raiders get it free and chip it up. Borbandi couldn't get all of it, and that gets tipped out in front of the net. Raiders scrambling here at this point in time. Red Deer doing a good job of putting the pressure on. Finally, Matthews exits the zone. She chips it. Couldn't get it by Chambers, and Wilcher dumps it in deep, takes a hit, goes for a change. Fresh set of troops come out. Hobbs out there alongside Benko and Borbandi. Right out in front for Hobbs. Hobbs almost got a loose puck. Right out in front. Benko with a shot. That one blocked. Good chance there for the Raiders. That could be icing. And it's going to be. And we'll have, with 3:06 to go here in the first period of play, the Raiders lead 1-0.
Well, again, I just can't stress enough. We're just not playing our game. We seem to have a good shift and then back to a little bit lackadaisic. And I'll tell you what, even though Red Deer is technically in last place, they still have a lot of they beat St. Albert twice this year. They're twice? Yeah, twice. Once. Sorry, once.
They went into overtime and lost the other time.
Oh, that's right. But they're a team that you don't want to play lightly, that's for sure.
Raiders. There's a penalty coming up.
No,
wow.
No, that was the linesman. Linesman had his hand up.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a penalty for sure.
That could be.
Penalty. Raiders going to go on the penalty this time. Looks like Borbandi's going to go to the box, or was it Williams? Somebody dumped Perry. Comes back to the point. Extra attacker on for Red Deer. Comes out in front. Raiders touched it finally, and now the referee's going to blow the whistle. And
so the Raiders off to the penalty kill. Well, it'll be interesting to see. Yesterday, Coach Borbandi experimenting with a little bit different penalty kill. Instead of your typical box, he was using, I guess some people might call it a wedge or a triangle +1. So you essentially have 3 in a triangle down low and 1 working high up on the top end. So we'll see if the girls will still be working on that today.
So Clouston in to take the draw. Out there killing the penalty. Comes back to the line from McLaughlin. She goes D to D. Didn't hit Hansel cleanly, and Hansel has to settle it. She goes back to McLaughlin at the line and hits Keeper into the corner. Comes back to the line, McLaughlin.
Looks like we're back to the regular box, obviously, here, which is good. It's something that's been successful all year for us.
Everybody was in a lane there, no shot. That one goes wide. Back to the line for McLaughlin. McLaughlin back over to Hansel. Hansel's going to try a shot. That one whistles wide. Good traffic in front for Red Deer. I don't think the goaltender could have seen that shot. Good thing it missed the net. Maybe they need to try the chip shot like yesterday. Just throw one towards the net and hit it. That one comes through. Scores! Short side. Power play goal for the Red Deer Sutterfund Chiefs with 1:47 to go. Comes off onto the half boards. Good screen out in front. Goaltender couldn't see it.
Well, with that tie 2-2 or 1-1, sorry, and the shots on goal 7-7. So again, the Raiders just need to get going here.
Benham Shan scrambles the draw, but the Sutterfund Chiefs control it. Chambers goes D to D. Comes into the neutral ice, and it's chipped up and in. Back behind the net. Comes out in front. Good save by the keeper. She saw it the last second, blockered it back into the corner. Elliott has it. She throws it up. Can't find the handle on it. She's getting hooked. Wow. That was totally parallel to her, and no call. 1 minute to go here in the first period of play. Botel steals that off Williams, but Ingram's back to gather it up, and she's got all the room in the world up the far side, and she's going to dump it in. In on the forecheck goes Matthews. Matthews in the corner. Chips that one. Couldn't get it back behind the net, and it comes into the neutralized zone where Santos is going to gather it up. She chips it up. Cluson's going to gather up the puck, and she's going to enter the zone. She had a defenseman fall. She's driving the net. Pulled down from behind. No call on that. That was a gang tackle, it looked like, from behind as she was driving towards that net.
Wow, it's a nice play to see, really. It's a big body coming in hard, finding a hole, making a great move, and Ridley Hansen stopping that one. So 45.9 seconds left in the first period.
Red Deer gathers that puck up off the draw, has it back in behind the net, but a great forecheck there by Wiltshire. She's been dynamite on the forecheck this weekend. Comes back to the line. Borbani's going to keep it in. She throws that back in deep, and back goes the Raiders. Wiltshire again in on the forecheck. Beats 3 Red Deer players to the puck, and it's back in behind the net. Comes right up the middle, and Santos saw it at the last second. Botel and Santos
That's
in a
interference. A little bit, almost dangerous.
Yeah.
Maybe a little tough to see through the glass from where we are, but
Comes right out in front. Botel gathers that puck up. She throws one towards the net. Good block there by Abby Borbandi. Goes in the corner. Comes back to the line. Shot. Blocked. And that's going to do it for the period. Shots on goal, 8-8. Tie on the scoreboard as well at 1-1. And the Raiders will go in the locker room and talk about how they're going to get their feet moving, I think.
yeah, I think that's the key. I haven't seen this team for a while. We've always seen a pretty heavy, physical, fast-paced team, and for whatever reason today, got the little bit of lead in the skates and got to get going. But I think sometimes teams, like Red Deer is not to be taken lightly. They're a good team. They got a lot of scores on it. They got several U18 hockey Alberta players on it. I mean, they're I'm not sure what the girls are thinking right now, but just the same, I'm sure Coach Probani is going to tell them somewhat similar to what we're seeing up here, and we'll hopefully regroup in the second period and come out flying, because I think that's what we got to get back to, is our chip puck steep, win the races, out muscle, play a heavy game. That's what this team was basically built from day one.
If we're not getting behind the defense, they're not getting worn down. We got to wear them down and then and win the battles in the corners, which we've done at times in the first period, but it's not our typical every shift and winning those battles.
Well, it's definitely not all negative. There was, a handful, probably 5 or 6 minutes that definitely we saw a lot of the play in the other end, causing lots of confusion, and I think we just got to capitalize more on that. So, anyway, we'll take a quick break, and we will be back for the start of the second.
The Benko and Borbandi line I thought has been tremendous this game. I think that's one highlight. Benko with the goal, obviously, but she's created about 3 or 4 other chances as well between the two of them.
Okay, we're just about to start the second period here at the Raiders and the Chiefs tied at 1. And as mentioned, we were talking back and forth, Peter and I, just not your typical Raiders team. So hopefully Coach Burbandy can light the fire downstairs. I don't know what kind of accelerant it's going to take, but we're going to come back and start playing the typical hockey that we play, even though it's pretty much almost guaranteed that we're probably going to be playing Lloydminster. Our playoff matchup is set. I think it's still important that we play our game straight through. So we'll see what happens here. And Coach Burbandy elects to put out the Clouston line with Wilshire and Matthews, with Genesee Williams and Abby Burbandy on D. Raider playing a good start of the game. I mean, Red Deer seems like they wanted a little bit more. They're winning a few more of the races to the pucks, and you know what, even out muscling the Raiders on multiple occasions, which we are typically not used to watching our girls get pushed around too often. So this would be good to see how the Raiders come back, get their heads in this game, and start playing the game that we know that they can. So puck drop here shortly, and we'll get going.
Clouston, Matthews, Wiltshire out to start. Williams and Burbandy on D. Clouston wins that draw cleanly, goes all the way back to the keeper. She leaves it there. Looks like the ice might be still wet back
Looks
in that
a lot
corner.
wet.
Maybe it's just glassy.
I don't understand why they just don't let the girls skate around for a few extra seconds and then drop the puck, because it can go badly for either side.
Comes right out in front. Wiltshire tried to chip that towards the net. Puck comes free, and Burbandy waved at it, but it comes by in a quick shot. Lawrence with the save, goes back in behind the net. Williams gathers it up. Whoa, bad pass right out in front. Score off the crossbar. Wow.
Got to be careful about that one. Actually decided to start out being a decent shift, and one errant pass.
And then one bad pass can cause all kinds of damage. Now Matthews chips it up. She gets it out of the zone.
You have to make sure these Raiders changing with their heads not on a swivel.
4-on-2 and a shot. That was actually a bad situational awareness by that Red Deer player. She had a 4-on-2 and shot went right into the goaltender's glove.
Well, that's a good thing for the Raiders, because we two forward Raiders were heading to the bench. They thought that Matthews had the puck up the half wall or in the neutral ice there, and that wasn't the case, and the Chiefs turned around on a 4-on-2.
Santos gets the puck up back to the line, but not out. Now, Kaya Burbandy puts it up. Hobbs dumped from behind, no call. Wow, that was a big reach-in by the player, because Hobbs is going to be off to the races. She chipped that one. Hobbs tipped that one, I thought, and that goes back in behind the net. Raiders in on the forecheck. Good pinch down by Trotter to keep that in the zone. She throws it back in. Hobbs there, and Benko working on the cycle game. Hobbs gathers up the puck. She throws it back into the corner for Benko. Benko now gathers up the puck, gets it right out in front. Shot through traffic. Hits someone out in front right there. Pedam Shand whistles that one just wide. Good pressure here on this shift by the Raiders.
Ooh,
Genesee Williams gathers the puck
close.
up. Yeah. And the Raiders tag up on the delayed offside, and long stretch pass hits no one, and that's going to be icing.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are looking for that stretch pass. Stephanie Keeper floating around the far blue line, but the pass wasn't anywhere close, and goes for an ice and comes back in. Well, I'm unsure yet. I haven't quite decided what Raider team we got yet. There's a few moments of looked like the normal team, and then a couple other moments of not so much. So we'll give them a few more minutes and see if they've turned this effort level around.
Red Deer wins the draw and has it in the corner. They chip it up. Goes all the way down the ice. Williams on the puck. She throws it up the boards. Good job by both Pedam Shand and
good second effort by Pedam Shand.
Get that puck out in the neutralized zone. Comes back. Another long stretch pass goes in deep. Elliott gets absolutely hooked. How do you not call that? She pitchforked her and it was right in her armpit. Pulled the stick out of her. Wow, good steal there. That one's rifled wide and goes back in behind the net. Don't understand. Oh, that one came off the goaltender's stick, went right across the face of the net, right out in front. Williams gathers that up. She's going to go for a skate. She has the room right up the middle. Going to dump it in deep and go for a change. Smart to get the change in here in the second period with a long change. 17 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second period. 1-1 in the score.
Good
Offside.
call by the
Good
linesman.
call by the linesman. That puck was bounced up in the air. Two
Well,
players were ahead of that, I thought.
Raiders still seem like, for whatever reason, just the urgency just isn't typically there. Kind of even just the body language. It's kind of weird to watch after the last month of really aggressive play, but hopefully they can get this turned around here and take the 3 points regardless of where we play or place in the standings.
Santos pokes that puck free and comes back in the corner. Croson rims it around for Welby. Welby lifts up a stick and it comes back to the line. That one comes out. No, didn't come out of the zone. And the good back check there by Welby pokes that puck free, and now Borbandy rims it around the boards. Benko there trying to get that puck free, but comes free right back to the point through traffic. Scores! Good tip in front, and that's a 2-1 lead. Just a shot from the point. Got tipped in by the player standing in front.
Well, like we were kind of seeing from up top here, just a couple of lazy plays, and you know what? The Red Deer Chiefs, good on them. They want this game a little bit more than the Raiders do at this point. And hopefully at some point in time the Raiders start to push back a little, because now they're behind one with 16 minutes left in the second.
Right back to work go the Chiefs. They have it back in behind the net. Pinching down is the defenseman. She tries to throw it back in. She's fighting there with Wilcher. Wilcher pokes that puck back behind the net, and Klusen gathers it up. She's going to skate. She's got a little bit of room. Goes by the forecheck and hits center ice. She's going to enter the zone, chips it in deep. Gets interfered with. Ref's just letting them play here, I think. Comes in, and that gets sent right towards the net. Lawrence is going to cover that one up. Well, a couple of Red Deer players driving hard to the net.
Well, we see some moments of brilliance with the Raiders, but it seems like overall I just don't understand what we're seeing out here with this team right now, and hopefully we can figure this out, because it's Haley Lawrence is going to get a workout tonight. I feel like the Chiefs now out-shooting the Raiders 11-8 on the score clock.
Yeah, and that's 3-0 in this period so far. Outskates the captain, Borbandy. She's got some speed through the neutral zone, gets it up to Benko. Benko chips it in and enters the zone. Borbandy in on the puck first, but muscled off the puck, and it comes back to the line, kept in. Thrown back in the corner, and a good job by Hobbs to poke that puck free. Borbandy trying to keep that in at the zone. Pedham Shand there as well. Now Red Deer gathers up a loose puck and skates out to center. They dump it in deep. And Benko, playing defense, goes back, leaves it there for Borbandy. Borbandy avoided a hit, but took one herself. That one came funny off the stanchion and actually hit the side of the net. Chipped up and out of play, and it's in Hobbs' feet. Hobbs tried to kick it free for Benko, but comes back to the line. Neutral ice again. Dumped in by Wagner, and it's going to get set up there by Holly Lawrence. Santos spins away from a check, a little bit of a nice move, and again, just some weird plays here by the Raiders, not taking the time they have and just not doing what they usually do. Borbandy, or Benko, gathers up the loose puck, tries to get it up, can't do so. What I'm seeing is the Chiefs just want it more.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, Sydney Benko had a good shift there, but for sure it just seems like for the most part the Red Deer Chiefs wanting this game a little bit more than the Raiders right now. No. Good job by Genesee Williams to put the Jets on to catch Robin Grant just the same. It was a tip in neutral ice. You can definitely tell Coach Perbandi's starting to look at the players that are doing the work. Benko actually getting a few more shifts. He's having a good game. There is some positives in this. There is a few positives in what we're seeing out here. Oh. Good recovery by Santos. Just look tired. Like just, I don't know. Got time. Well, even Claire Hobbs in front of the net, she's got some pretty silky hands, and as she can show it there, she can stick handle out of a small area really well and get to a shot, and then almost Asha Cayley almost cashed in on a bit of a rebound there by Ridley Hansen. Oh. Jordan Matthews actually having a pretty good game tonight as well. Made some nice plays. Jordan Matthews, a second-year player out of the Raider program, uncommitted player. And Jordan Matthews, big body, big shot. She makes some room out there. She's been playing alongside Clouston, and they've been swapping some wingers in. Tonight's Wilshire is with them. Oh. 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 Good save by Hansen. Okay, we just got notice that Peter's mic is bad, so I'm going to call the game here. So Red Deer coming in. Santos now picks the puck up. She starts to come up the wall, looking for Ingram. It hits Ingram, and Julie Wagner takes the puck away. Now Red Deer breaking in on a 3-on-1. Hoogkamp cuts in, and Haley Lawrence makes the save. So 8 minutes left in the second period. Shots on goal, 13-13, and the Chiefs ahead, 2-1. Clouston in to take this draw alongside Kraus and Welby. Again, we are missing McKenna McGibbon tonight, so we are short a winger, so our lines are getting a little bit mixed up. Welby chips it off the board. Clouston on the chase. Clouston and Chambers, past teammates last year. Behind the net, puck comes up the wall, and Welby now is going to pick it up on the blue line, and oh, she brought it out. So that's going to go back in. Red Deer now coming through the neutral ice and offside. So 70-28 left in the second period. We're now Peter's back online. He's going to hook up straight through our camera, so hopefully we can get going. So any Raider listeners out there, let us know if his mic is working okay.
Oh. Face-off coming up here in the neutral ice zone. Benko to take the draw. She's alongside Borbandy, and it looks like Hobbs. Hansel gathers it up off the draw. Dumped in deep, and back goes Williams to gather the puck up. Goes right by her, and now Benko gathers up the loose puck, makes a nice move, hits center ice. She's going to enter the zone. Borbandy, big hit at the line. Comes right back to Williams, though. She throws a shot through, hit the captain, and Borbandy's going to go off, and out comes Matthews. Kept in at the line by Williams. Williams throws that one back, and Matthews is in on it. Matthews throws it to Benko. Benko turns away from some pressure, throws it right out in front. Williams gathers that puck up at the line, and it comes right back out. Raiders tag up. Good shot on net. Big rebound, and comes right back to the line. Matthews can't keep it in, unfortunately. She chips it by a couple of players. Comes back into the Red Deer territory, and they're just content to dump it out into the neutral ice zone. So good shift there by the Raiders. Hits Wilcher. Wilcher now in on the forecheck. She was turning the wrong way for that pass, and outskates, looks like Chambers. Chambers gets it up. Coming in the zone. Perry has it. She's dispossessed by Trotter. Trotter with a good stick. Gathers up the loose puck, and she's going to go for a skate. Makes it by one defenseman, chips it up now, and Matthews in on the forecheck. Matthews chases the defender back into the corner. Raiders in the middle of a change. They come out with the Pedam-Shan line, and Santos with a good interception as Perry was looking for that long stretch pass again. Rimmed around the boards. Perry has it on the half board. She chips it back the line. Good job by Kaylee, but it's going to be a 2-on-1 coming the other way. Pedam-Shan coming back. Hard shot, goes wide, and now Ingram goes back the other direction. Ingram hits center ice and enters the blue line. She has Trotter there with her. Trotter pinching down into the corner, throws it there. Had Ingram, but Elliott's going to dump it back in deep. Raiders have to tag up. Now Benko goes in alongside Welby and Croson. That one's puck's lifted, and Benko almost had a free play there. Now Welby in on the forecheck. Wagner gathers the puck up for the Red Deer Chiefs, goes back in behind the net. Benko in on the forecheck, gets the puck free, and it's underneath the player. The Raiders come away with a loose puck. Nice sauce pass back to the point, hopped over Williams' stick. She throws it towards the net, deflected out in front. Couple of whacks at it by the Raiders, and they couldn't gather up that loose puck, and a pass off the boards. Benko gathers up that loose puck, makes a nice move, but lost the handle on the puck, comes right back out to Welby. Welby battling hard now. The Raiders doing a good job, has Benko right out in front, rifles a shot way wide. She was at the end of her shift, unfortunately, and just couldn't get all of what she wanted on that shot.
Raiders are going to have to watch the Chiefs are trying to stretch them out a fair bit.
Pedham Shan now with a chance. She's going to go in, throws a short side, tried to get it high. Kept in at the line, though. Good job by Santos. Gets it down deep. Raiders with some great pressure. Boardbandy comes across, throws one out in front. Bouncing around out in front, and the best thing that can be happening is an icing call for the Red Deer Sutterfund Chiefs. So the Raiders starting to put some pressure on and really have probably had the pace of play for the last 6 or 7 minutes.
Well, it's finally nice to see what we typically are used to seeing. I mean, obviously, girls can't play their best games all the time, but boy, the first 25, 30 minutes of this game have been a little hard to watch, so it's nice to see the Raiders back in.
Scramble draw, the Red Deer get it back behind the net, and they throw it up the wall. Santos pinches down and tries to keep it in. Boardbandy backs her up and keeps it down, and Santos gets it down in deep. Hobbs on the forecheck, gets a stick on it. And a good job there. Hobbs has it. She throws it back in on the half boards. Red Deer comes away with the puck. Chambers has it. She throws it up the boards. Can't get it by. Klusen on it. She cycles it into the corner. Wiltshire back behind the net, looking for that loose puck. Trotter going to pinch down, keeps it in. Back to Wiltshire. Wiltshire had it off her stick, but it's right back to Klusen. Klusen with a chance. Throws a high, hard shot. Just
got to be able to hit the net today. We've been missing high quite a bit.
Yeah. Goaltender reaches
kind of
back
the same
and
as yesterday a little bit. We've been got some bullets, but the aiming juice is a little bit low or something. Anyways, it's nice to see him.
We like hearing that puck hit the glass, I think, is what it is. That's got a satisfying thwack against the glass.
It's a typical old tryout tactic. You got to let them hard off the glass to let all the scouts know that you got a hard shot, but I think at some point they like to see it in the back of the net too.
Red Deer getting kicked out. 3 people were about 2 feet inside the circle. Comes right to Matthews. Matthews couldn't gather that puck up. Chance on a 2-on-1 here for the Red Deer Sutterfund Chiefs. They have it in the corner though, as the puck was there, and Trotter giving a workout there to a girl in the corner. That's a penalty in most games. Comes back to the line and it skips out.
Oh, lucky. Oh, jeez.
Elliott gonna go back and gather up the loose puck. She's being bothered there by a player, but managed to keep a hold of the puck. She's going to put a little bit of a sauce pass to Ingram. Ingram with a nice pass out to Matthews.
2-on-1.
Matthews has a 2-on-1 if she can gather up that puck. She puts it out in front. Oh, good
Just
chance
that puck was rolling when Matthews tried to pass it.
Good job by Boardbandy to bring it down back behind the net. She's got players out in front. Back to the line for over to Croson. Croson had that pass skip over his stick. Tried to keep it in. Boardbandy at the line, couldn't keep it in, and now Williams in a little bit of a race, 1-on-1. That one's chipped up, comes right back down, and Williams has it. It's Welby. Welby up to the captain, Boardbandy. Boardbandy with a little bit of room, tries to get by the good job by the defenseman there to lift Boardbandy's stick and not allow anything else. Botel now with a little bit of a stretch pass, but Santos there to disrupt that play, and she's gonna chip that puck free, and it goes to a Chief. Gianfranco can't keep it in, and it goes all the way back down into the Sutterfund Chiefs zone. 1:42 to go here in the second period of play. Just 1 goal in this period in favor of the Chiefs. 2-1 lead. Raiders keep it in. Hobbs battling hard on the line, can't keep it in though, and comes out for Botel, and she sends that back down in deep, where Santos regroups with 1:27 to go. She goes D to D for Trotter. Trotter tries to put it by Perry. Perry has it in her feet. She's being bothered there by Trotter, but Hobbs comes away with the puck. Botel throws that one, comes right back, and the goaltender's going to hold that right on the side of the net.
Well, the Raiders starting to play a little bit more like normal, and the shot clock is showing that the Raiders now ahead 15-13 in the second period. But again, as Peter mentioned, Red Deer with a goal early in the second to take them up by 1. So the Raiders, with 1:14 left, it'd be nice to go to the room tied at 2. We'll see what they can muster up here in the last final seconds of the second period.
Shot comes through and they score. Looked like a tip in front again.
Well, just after I finished saying the Raiders coming back with a little bit of pressure, the Red Deer gets, you know what, you put pucks on net sometimes and they go in, and that's kind of what that was. It wasn't really much of a pretty play, just back to the defense and shot it on net, and it looks like it went off somebody and beats the Hallie Lawrence just to the right of her. So now we're really, look at this line we got here. We got Borbandy, Benko, and Klustenow. This is something we haven't seen this year. With a minute left in the second period.
Jumped in deep. Borbandy in on the forecheck. Has Klusen out in front. Gets it back to the point for Abby Borbandy. She's going to try a shot. That one's blocked. Comes just outside the zone. The Raiders are going to have to regroup. Goes D to D for Santos. Santos brings it in. She dumps it in deep, and in on the forecheck goes Klusen. Klusen and Borbandy on the forecheck. Pinching down is Abby Borbandy. The Raiders are going to have to do some work now. Klusen just dumped Chambers in the corner. That was a penalty. Wow.
Nice to see a little fight back out of the Raiders, to be honest. 3-on-1 almost.
Pass went behind the Red Deer player, and again, the loose puck. Nobody wanted it from the Raiders, and they're in the middle of a change. That shot comes through. Lands right out in front. Good job by Abby Borbandy to tie up the stick there. That's what we were missing on that last goal, is no one was tying up sticks out in front. Again, good shift here for the Sutterfund Chiefs to end the period. And the Raiders are going to go into the third period down 2 goals.
Well, even a little bit of positivity there a few minutes back out of the Raiders, and then the Chiefs fire back with a bit of a rebound and get back into this game. Now they're up by 2 heading into the third period. So the Raiders got a little bit of work for them coming into the third for the last 20 minutes, but it's certainly not out of our wheelhouse to be able to score a couple. Just got to get back to getting pucks, dirty goals. Basically the way we've got scored on all night. Just get pucks on the net and rebounds go in and crash the net, and this will be good. This is actually, this is a good test for the Raiders. We got to buckle down and get a couple of goals here and restore a little bit of confidence as we move into the playoffs.
Well, we'll come back after the Zamboni finishes its job, and we'll be up for the third period of play.
Okay, well, we're back on the ice now for the start of the third. We got about a minute and a half left before puck drop. Raiders are not out on the ice yet. I can only assume that Coach Borbandi is still in there saying what he needs to say, because I'm pretty sure he's not happy with what he's seeing as well. I think the girls came into this barn thinking it was going to be an easy 3 points, and there's no easy teams in the AFHL. Red Deer has really, the last couple of weeks, has really started to make a good playoff push down the wire. And you know what? I mean, we actually, sadly, just some news from today, our baby sisters, the Okotoks Bamman Elite team, knocked out of the season by the Olds Grizzlies. The Olds Grizzlies, I think, only had 1 or 2 wins all year. And Okotoks Bamman Elite girls, I believe, were either second or third. They were fairly high up. So, I mean, if you take a game easy, this is what's going to happen. And unfortunately for the Okotoks Bamman Elite team, they lost in overtime. And it's unfortunate. You know, congratulations to the Olds Grizzlies after a rough year getting a win in playoffs. They'll go on to the second round. So the Raiders now on the ice. And we're going to see what's going to happen. Hopefully we get a little bit of pushback from the Raiders right away, and I'm sure Coach Borbandi is going to be looking for that. These are the kind of games that the players that really will carry the weight for you stand out, and we'll hopefully see something here. The Raiders seem to be fired up. They got their sticks banging on the boards. That's something I haven't seen this year.
Well, hopefully they can get some energy going here right off the bat in the third period. We're going to need a quick goal here to set the tone, get a comeback started. Klusen gets the puck. She pushes it into the zone. Again, fought through a check, got hooked, got spun around, and the ref standing there. I don't think he wants to do any work today.
High stick on Klusen.
That's a high. So he blew that one.
Well,
First time he's blown his whistle in a while, it looks like. I'm not saying he's got anything to do with the fact that we're not playing well this game, but
well, a good start for the first line, and Borbandi likes to send out the next line. I think that's probably his key. He's probably giving them all a tongue lashing, and then he wants to get them on the ice as quick as he can and try and see what they got. But a good start for the Raiders to start with for the first 18 seconds of the third period.
Banco grabs that off the draw. Borbandi fights through a check. She's got Hobbs out in front.
ice.
Goes off the side of the net. That's stuck right in the
it's a big puddle right there.
Big puddle there. You can see it. And yeah, it's unfortunate. Borbandi gathers the puck up, throws it on the half board. She falls. Can't wait an extra 10 seconds to let this ice freeze a little bit more. That was frustrating when they do that. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Hey, there's
Raiders
one.
going to the power play. Kylie Perry with a hit from behind.
Hit from behind on Borbandi. Borbandi not liking that one.
Kaya having some words. Both Borbandi girls. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mess with either one of them.
Nope.
From top to bottom, that family is built pretty mean. So Kylie Perry going to the box, but see if the Raiders can get something going here on the power play. So back out comes the Clouston Matthews Wilshire line. Had a little bit of success in their power play earlier in the game. We're having some mic issues here with Peter again, so we'll try to go for a little bit. Clouston up on the top there. She makes moves, takes a shot down low. It reflects off a Red Deer player, and the puck comes all the way down for Haley Lawrence to grab it up. Santos on the chase, and Lawrence elects to pass it up to Wilshire. Wilshire now. Is your mic still okay, Peter?
Looks like it's still working, so we'll go back. Trotter has it at center, and she dumps it in. Hansen looked like she might have gone out to play it, but Matthews was coming in on the forecheck, so Clouston and Matthews trying to push the pile free. 6 players in there. That's a good time for this ref to blow it. Benko gets the puck free, though. She comes right out in front, throws a shot in, and it's right in the chest of the goaltender. Came out, challenged nicely, cut that angle down.
Banco looking for her second goal of the game. Always a dangerous shooter, leading the Raiders with points right now. Actually, no, I guess they're tied back up again.
Tied back up now.
Back to the tie again. Those two all year long, back and forth.
Minute and 2 seconds left here in the power play. Kept in at the line. Elliott has to skate back. Elliott and Williams out right now for the Raiders. Banco gets it up to Hobbs. Hobbs Brings it into the zone, leaves it there for Benko. Benko with some room, makes a nice move, keeps it in at the line. Throws it back to Borbandi. Comes back to Benko. Benko right out in front, chipped out in front. Oh, big save by the goaltender. That was a little bit of a tic-tac-toe play, and it almost worked for the Raiders. Right back to Hobbs. Hobbs, tried to hit the top corner, just missed. Comes back to the line. The Raiders with some good pressure with 25 seconds to go. Right out in front, big rebound out in front. Raiders with all kinds of pressure, and Ingram going to gather up that puck. She's going to skate with it and bring it into the zone. She's got Pedam Shan with her, leaves it there for Pedam Shan. Pedam Shan drops it for Borbandi. Borbandi throws one towards the front. Tip in front by Ingram. Just slides wide, and that's going to do it for the power play. Trotter gets it back to Kaylee, back to Trotter. Down in deep. Pedam Shan got drilled in front.
Yeah, net's off.
The net's off the moorings, but Pedam Shan absolutely got cross-checked out in front of the net by Wagner.
Well, the good news is whatever was said between the second and the third period seems to be wearing off, and the Raiders have come back out with a little bit of want in this game again, which is nice to see.
Pedam Shan out alongside Kaylee and Ingram. Kaylee on the half boards trying to work that puck free, can't grab it. Wagner behind the net. Outskates 14, driving. 2-on-1, shot. That whistles wide. Good shot by that Chief player. Keeper gathers it up on the half boards, but it's Pedam Shan that gets that puck free. She's going to go for a change. Yeah, I'm almost dead here. Borbandi has it. She's going to rim it around the boards. Welby gathers the puck up, throws one into the middle. Croson has it. She gets dumped by.
No call.
Wow. Anytime you get the lumber like that, that's usually an automatic one. Good job there by Williams. Williams in there alongside Kaya Borbandi. Borbandi trying to poke that puck free. Comes back to the line. Right back in, but here comes Borbandi. Borbandi tried to get it by. She would have been off to the races had that got in. Raiders get control of that puck, get it to the line, not out. Some good checking here by the Chiefs to keep this puck in, and Abby Borbandi gets it off onto the sideboards. She's battling hard there. And out skates Kaya Borbandi. She's got some room. Headmans that one to Croson. Croson tries to dump it in deep. She's going to go for a change as Klusen comes out. Klusen back behind the net. Puck goes into the corner. Wilcher on it. She knocks down her player, and Matthews tries to chip that one by. Couldn't get it by her defender, and that's going to go for an icing call here, and the Raiders will get.
Good start again to the third period for the Raiders. 4.5 minutes left in, and other than one scoring opportunity for the Chiefs, so it's been pretty much all Raiders so far. Lots of action, and definitely I think they've
Matthews with a shot right off the bat, just whistles wide. That was a set play. Great win on the draw by Klusen, and then a nice shot by Matthews. Got to hit the net on those. Like we said, we've missed the net an awful lot today.
And yesterday.
Wilcher throws one towards the net. That one's gloved by the keeper. Matthews searching for a rebound, but keeper holds on. Good save by Hansen there, finding that puck.
Well, it's just nice to see the Raiders back to their normal style of play for the most part. And out comes the Pedam Shan line with Ingram and Kaylee.
Pedam Shan in to take the draw. Botel was about 4 feet inside the circle. Raiders get the draw. It's coming down. Trotter keeps it in. Pedam Shan reverses it. Kaylee in on the forecheck. Back behind the net. Wagner gathers it up. She's being bothered there. Gets it out into the neutralized zone, and Pedam Shan has to be on her horses. Botel's flying in. She gets it back behind the net. That one took a funny hop off the net. Botel pushes that into the far corner. Trotter gathers it up behind the net. Puts a pass up and gets out into the neutralized zone, and the Raiders are going to go for a change. Red Deer circling in their own zone, goes D to D. Chambers has it. She's looking for that long stretch pass. Good job by Benko to pick that puck up out of nowhere. And now Elliott has it. She puts it over to Benko. Benko throws one towards the net. Both players skated by the net, though. That's where you got to stop out in front of the net and not do a little bit of a flyby. Good job by the Raiders here. Gets it right out in front. Hobbs all the time in the world.
Oh,
a good
one off
stick
a
there
stick.
by, looks like it was keeper that had a good stick on that one. Raiders chip that one free. Williams going to leave it there for Borbandy. Borbandy skates through a couple of players. Couldn't get it by the other direction, and now it's 1-on-1, 1-on-2. Rimmed around the boards, and Hobbs is going to get on this puck, and she's going to skate it out. She has Benko with her. Benko gets the puck headman, and it goes into the zone. Benko on it with 13:47 to go. Raiders with the best chances here in the third period, but haven't cashed anything in yet. Welby on the half boards with Clouston fighting hard. Trying to get the loose puck free on the half boards. Comes back. Welby puts it back into the corner, and that goes free onto the other side where Koch has it. Borbandy and Koch go to the boards, comes back to the line. Welby puts it back. Borbandy has it. She goes for a skate into the corner. Croson went for a cover, and that left the front of the net open, and out skates Keeper. Keeper drives that in and goes for a change. Santos gathers it up behind her own net. She's got a little bit of room to move. She skates it out through the neutralized zone and has lots of room now, lots of speed. Drives wide. She's going to go right for the net. Big save by the goaltender. Good job by Santos to drive the net. Almost got rewarded for that effort with a goal. Very Paul Coffey-esque there, I would say. And the Raiders gather up the puck. Comes to the line, kept in. Pedam Shand has it. She's now got Matthews out in front. She shoots one towards the net. Matthews looking for the rebound. Blocker aside by Hansel. On the half boards, Red Deer trying to exit the zone. Can't. Matthews has it. Matthews looks for a lane. Fires a shot. Saved by the keeper. She's right on the rebound in the corner. Pinched off the puck, and Chambers reverses it, but Elliott's going to pinch down. She's going to gather up the puck in the corner. She has Wilcher at the point. Wilcher looking for a lane. Puts it right back. Thrown out in front by the Raiders. Oh, and a pad save by the goaltender. And out skates... Benko steals that puck. She's going to go right in.
Just trying to go for it between the legs there. I think she stopped
and just lost the handle of the puck. And Red Deer finally gets a change there. Two defensemen are out for about 2.5 minutes on that one.
Well, if nothing else, it's nice to see the Raiders back. Showed up 40 minutes late, but looks like the team's definitely back. Shots on goal now 23-15 for the Raiders. The Raiders putting all kinds of pressure on the Chiefs for the first 9 minutes of the third period.
Raiders get the draw right out in front. Oh, Benko just couldn't gather the loose puck out in front. Comes back to line for Borbandy. Borbandy looks for a lane. Skating in. Smart thing to do is to compress that D back. Right out in front. Rebound. Benko throws one towards the net. Just whistles wide. Back behind the nets. Benko right out in front. Oh, just wide. Benko with a second effort. Just shot that wide. Back on the puck. Benko throws it right out in front to Borbandy. Borbandy couldn't get a hold of the loose puck. And finally... Perry gathers that up and gets it out into the neutralized zone. Williams goes D-to-D for Abby Borbandy, who chips it up and down the ice. That's going to be icing. Nice. No icing. Calling it a tip on the defenseman. And now the Raiders go for a change. Kaylee out there alongside Pedam Shand. Pedam Shand. Good job by Ingram there to intercept that pass in the neutralized zone. Comes back into the zone, and Pedam Shand's on it. Pedam Shand gets that puck free. Can't keep it in the zone, though, and the Raiders will reverse. Trotter has it. She chips it up off the boards. Didn't hit anyone, but gets it right back, and Kaylee dumps it in deep. Pedam Shand now on the forecheck. Pedam Shand forces a turnover. Ingram almost had that right in the slot. Puts it right out in front to Pedam Shand. Oh, and a glove save by the goaltender. Pedam Shand looking for a backhand. Tried to go top shelf, and the goaltender equal to the task.
Well, it's been all Raiders to start the third period, but we just haven't been able to cash in. Shots on goal now 26-15 for the Raiders. So it's been a flurry of work for the goalie, the Red Deer goalie, Ridley Hansen, so far.
Right back. That set play almost worked again. This time was Matthews looking for that puck. Elliott gets one through. Blockered aside by the goaltender. Smart play by her to get it off into the corner. In the corner, Matthews battling hard. She takes a hard hit. Puck goes to Wilcher. Wilcher back to Elliott. Elliott couldn't keep it at the line.
It's unfortunate. Just a little bit of a bobble there by Elliott on the top of the blue line, and it comes just out, and Chiefs get a little bit of relief with a whistle.
10:13 to go here. It's been all Raiders here in the third period. They just haven't been able to cash one in. We need to get a goal any time now to make this a game.
Referee saying that's a late change, so he wants those Red Deer players to come back out, even though he made that big and nobody came back out.
Nobody came back out. He made it all, yeah. They skated to the bench and just turned around. Smart play by them. Good job by Benko to intercept that in the neutralized zone. Now Elliott's got it. She chipped it into the zone. Comes out in the neutralized zone. They're going to have to regroup. Welby gathers up the puck in her own zone, circles, looking for some room. Has Williams. Williams tried to hit Elliott. Elliott with the puck. Where rims it around and Welby has it. Welby chipped it up. Got it out of the zone. Now Croson tries it. Welby and Croson battling hard, and Benko chips it up. And Welby had it pushed off the stick, and out comes Borbandy. She's going to get the puck up to Benko. Benko now with some room hits Kaylee. Kaylee hits Borbandy, who's jumped up into the play. Borbandy throws a pass. Wow, that's a big rebound. Came right off the goaltender's glove and went about 15 feet out. Back comes Red Deer. They're going to chip it by. Shot comes in, steered aside by the goaltender off onto the far boards. First shot in about 8 minutes for the Red Deer Sutterfund Chiefs. Good job by Ingram. Kaylee's going to chip it up. Pedam Shand was almost off to the races, still battling for it. Gets it back. Goes D to D, and Santos gathers up the loose puck. She has Ingram. Ingram, that was offside, I thought, but either way, it doesn't really matter. Santos now has it. She chips it up, and that's going to be no icing.
No ice.
8:40 to go here. Red Deer gathers up the loose puck. Good forecheck there by Wilcher. She comes right out in front. Raiders just skated by the puck. Matthews had a great chance. Again, Wilcher throws it back out in front. Where's the puck? Wow. Wilcher thought it was in the net. I thought it might have been in the net too, but the ref waves it off. Hansen stood tall and held her pad against the post. Raiders with all kinds of pressure.
Well, good job by the Raiders there. I mean, technically the ref had not blown the whistle. It must have still been loose because Matthews, Clouston were out in front of the net banging away, and Ridley Hansen actually ended up in the back of the net there. So Red Deer coming around the back of their net, tried to get it out, and
that puck was
Red Deer
right
now
on the
coming
line.
up on a one-on-one with Trotter.
Shot whistles wide. Just went to the review mode to see if that had gone in, and it was
Penalty
right
on the play
on
here.
the
I'm not
line.
sure. Looks like to the Raiders.
That's a dumb penalty right there. Number 10 might be getting a penalty here with that cross check late.
I'm not sure. Looks like Jocelyn Elliott going
Elliott's
to the box.
I thought 10 was going to go for sure too, but it's just Elliott. And Red Deer 1 for 1 on the power play today. He looks to add another one. That was a late hit by number 10 on the shin goose. Came and cross-checked Trotter and got away with it.
Well, I'd be careful with that.
I don't think I'd be cross-checking Trotter anytime soon. Borbandy tried to clear that. Couldn't do so. She's going to get a second chance. Chips it up. She got hooked. Perry's been all over the place with her lumber today.
She's a fast player.
Shot. High wrister goes up over top. Takes a funny hop off the stanchion. Borbandy now battling hard. She gets it off onto the half boards, but not out. And finally, she's got a chance. She has Benko chipped up for Benko. Oh, and a cut off just there by McLaughlin, who's going to enter the zone. She comes in. She throws one towards the net. Hits a skate, and now Borbandy has it again. She's going to send it down the length of the ice. Benko goes for a change, and Hobbs comes out.
Red Deer player just threw Borbandy's stick, and the ref was looking right at him.
Red Deer enters the zone, gets it in behind the net. Good job by Santos riding that one out. Sends it 180 feet, goes just wide of the net. Hansen out to stop it for a defenseman, Chambers. Chambers under pressure there from Ingram. And the Raiders put a little pressure on it. Hobbs skates back into the zone, and the Raiders set it up. Back to the line. Over to Chambers at the line. She's going to try and get a shot through traffic. That deflects off a skate. Hobbs got it to the line and just escaped out into the neutralized zone. 25 seconds to go. Elliott standing at the gate, getting ready to come out. Trotter tripped up Shin Goose.
That's funny how that happened.
I don't know how that happened, sir. She was just standing right there, and then she fell over.
Yeah.
5 seconds to go here in the penalty, and the Raiders look like they're going to escape this one. In comes Perry. Perry brings it in, takes a whack, shot, whistles wide, and Kaylee's going to grab this loose puck. She's going to have Welby. Welby, that needs to be a little bit softer, and that's going to be icing on the Raiders. So no shots on that power play.
Well, the Raiders got 6 minutes, basically 5 minutes and 48 seconds left to then get a goal in the next minute or two. Obviously, then you got the opportunity to pull the goalie, and really could pull the goalie and try and get 2 goals as well. But definitely, if you get one more, all of a sudden the sticks start getting gripped a little bit tighter on the Red Deer Chiefs team.
Klusten in to take the draw. Scrambled draw. Still battling is Klusten. Wagner, or number 8, and Klusten battling hard. Goes back behind the net. Williams is going to gather up the loose puck. Borbandy did a great job of running a little interference, and it comes up and out of the zone. Matthews had it in her equipment. Ooh, she's going to take a penalty there. Nope.
No, I think that's just a hockey play, I would say.
Anytime you hit him from behind like that, it's usually a call in this league. In skates 16. She's coming in, throws a pass. Stick back behind the net by Lawrence, and it's on the back of the net. The Raiders keep the puck going, though. Onto the half boards. Wagner has it. She throws one towards the net. Lawrence is going to gather that one up and hold on. 5:05 to go. 28-17 the shots on net in favor of the Raiders, but 3-1 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a hill to climb here for the Raiders. We got to get one in the next probably by 3 minutes to make things interesting, to give us enough time, not being the Chiefs are pushing back a little bit now.
Raiders win that draw. Comes around the boards. Borbandy slipped and fell. Looked like there's a rut on the ice over there. That's about the 4th player that's fallen in that same spot. McLaughlin dumps it back in deep, and it goes into the far corner. Benko now on it. Wagner pinches down, goes back behind the net. Borbandy battling hard, and she's going to win that battle. Benko gathers up the loose puck. Can't get it out, though, and the Chiefs come away with the puck momentarily, but Hobbs gathers it up. She tripped from behind. That for sure is a penalty all day, every day.
Well, this might be the break that the Raiders need just to get back into this one.
Orishko going to the box.
Hopefully we can put out the right line to get some goals here, and we'll see what happens. So out comes the Pedamshan line with Ingram and Kaylee out in the first part of the power play. Good. See if we can create some havoc and get one behind Ridley Hansen.
Face-off win, comes back to the line for Trotter. I was going to say the first thing we need to do is win the face-off, then get somebody in front. That's exactly what's happened. Pedamshan gathers up the loose puck, can't gather it, and that's shot out into the center ice zone. Santos goes D to D, hits Trotter. Trotter puts it up, chipped up, and in comes Pedamshan. Pedamshan with a nice move, hits Kaylee out in front. Kaylee couldn't take that pass cleanly and goes in the corner. Botel, again, hits the stanchion and has a funny hop. Back in goes the Raiders. Trotter going in on the forecheck. Can't keep it in, and that's going to get sent 180 feet, 200 feet down the ice. Set up by Lawrence. Lawrence is going to leave it there for a defenseman. 3:48 to go here in the third period of play. The Raiders 3-1 down. Need something to happen here on this power play. Rims all the way around, and Borbandy now has it. She has a little bit of room. Chips it into the neutralized zone. Didn't get by the stick of number 12, and it goes back in deep. Wilcher now in on the forecheck. Wilcher going to get this puck free. All 3 Raiders in there trying to get the puck free, and it comes to, you guessed it, Matthews and Wilcher. Oh, that's a cross check there. And that's going to be a 5-on-3 for 42 seconds. First 5-on-3 we've had in a while. That was a cross check right into the boards. That could be 4 minutes, actually.
Not even aware of the last time we've had a 5-on-3.
Usually we're the one killing 5-on-3s.
Absolutely. Out comes the Borbandy line with Benko and Hobbs to start of the 5-on-3.
Just a 2-minute call. We're going to have a timeout call
out
here
for the Raiders.
Smart play by Coach Borbandy. If I'm him, I'm actually waving the goaltender in as well. Might as well put a 6-on-3. Have an empty net with 3 minutes to go, 2 down. We'll see if he's drawing up anything spectacular here.
I think just the fact that we haven't worked on a 5-on-3 in a while, it's a good opportunity just to stick with that and not give the opportunity. I mean, obviously, any time that team's killing the penalty, they have the free reign at shooting pucks down the ice with no icing. So I think I would stick with 5-on-3 and see what happens here. I mean, if nothing else, it's not going to affect our standings. It's a bit more of maybe even a learning opportunity. I honestly don't remember the last time we've had a 5-on-3.
We had a 6-second one about 5 games ago.
Oh, is that right? Oh,
yeah,
there
it was
you go.
just brief though. It wasn't a 40-seconder.
So we got the Burbandy line out in the ice right now, and it looks like they've teed up the Clouston line right back, and there you go. 6-on-3.
Welby comes out. It's going to be 6-on-3.
Oh, my referee says no, you can't actually do it until the puck's dropped.
No.
Oh, no, actually the referee was confused
referee was wrong.
there.
he thought we were making a change.
But that was a new rule they've been instituted somehow.
Benko scrambles his draw, but it's poked free. Welby gets it back in behind the net. Now the Raiders set up. Back to the line, Elliott. Hopefully she keeps it in at the line. Does so. Throws it back down in for the captain. Borbandy back to Elliott. Got to get a shot on net here. There's a shot comes through. Hauled down in front was Welby. The captain, Chambers, just manhandled it out in front. Ref's not going to call that one. Right out in front, chipped over top of the net. That's the play you want to get. Drive to the net and get some traffic out in front. 10 seconds to go. 5-on-3, chipped. Loose puck. Ref called it. That puck was loose, so I could see it all the way across from here.
So 7 seconds left on the first penalty, a minute and 25 left on the second. So a brief 5-on-3 for the Raiders, and then back to 6-on-3, and then probably back to 6-on-4, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless the puck comes out of the zone, I really don't see any reason to put the goalie back in.
Benko, or Borbandy didn't get the draw. Benko in on the forecheck, trying to poke that puck free. Benko's got it now. She tried to get it back to the line. That's going to do it for the 5-on-3. Hobbs has the puck now in the corner. Hobbs right out in front. That one gets sent all the way down the ice. Santos has to be on her horse as there's no goaltender to help her. She skates it up, takes 3 or 4 slashes. Gets it into the zone, dumped again. Wow, no call there.
We're feeling the end of this game is going to get a little bit rough.
Yeah. The Raiders maybe take a little frustration out.
Shots on goal now 29-17 for the Raiders, so almost out shooting the Chiefs 2-1 at this point, and we're still goalie out of the net, so we're still 6-on-4 for 45 seconds. And then most likely, if we can keep the play, even the linesman dumps Elliott now. And then most likely, once the Red Deer Chiefs penalty is up, if we continue with the play, we'll stay with a 6-on-5.
Raiders win the draw. Comes back to Elliott. Elliott has some time. She's going to take a shot. That one deflects into the corner, though. Clouston puts it back behind the net. Right out in front. Raiders with a couple of good chances. And, I don't know how that didn't go in. Goaltender was down and out, and it just managed to hit her pad.
Great sequence of the Raiders there. Lots of work behind the net, making some plays. And almost putting one in. Matthews and Clouston and Pedamchan, all 3 of them, and Wilshire as well.
That's what you got to do on these power plays, to get it to the net and get a scramble in front and poke something free. 2 shots on that little exchange, and Clouston's going to do it again. She wins that back to Elliott. Elliott looking for a lane, throws one through. That one deflects wide. Comes back to Pedamchan. She goes back to the line for Borbandy. Borbandy with 25 seconds to go. Shoots through traffic. Right out in front. Oh, just missed. Right back out in front. Matthews couldn't connect. Pedamchan has it. Raiders have done everything but score here. And it comes out. And now an open net for Botel. And she makes no mistake but hits the post. Raiders gather it up. Go the other direction. Pedamchan now circles in front of her net. 1:16 to go. Gave it right away to Chambers. Chambers ices the game. 1:12 to go. It's 4-1.
Well, that's an unfortunate turn of events. A couple of bad passes. And that's the end of the game, basically. 4-1 now for the Chiefs. Despite outshooting the Chiefs 31-18 at this point, we're down by 3.
Empty net goal there by Chambers, unassisted. Borbani now. She's coming in. She shoots. Good save by Hansen. Sorry I missed that. Didn't have my hand on the wheel here. Benko had this, or her Trotter had the stick slashed out of her hand. Benko in to take this draw. She wins it, gets it to Borbani. Borbani throws one towards the front of the net. That's deflected up and out away. 1:01 to go here. Raiders looking for some miracles here with 3 goals down. Benko gathers up the loose puck. Can't gather it up, but she skates back checks and gets that puck. Throws it towards the front of the net. Ingram in there. Borbani gets gathered up in her own zone. 42 seconds to go. Hits Trotter. Trotter to Santos. Santos goes off Benko's stick down in with 30 seconds to go here. Rimmed around. Raiders are going to pinch. Santos keeps it in. Kaylee there poking that puck free. Benko trying to get the puck free as well as Welby. Welby moves the puck. Ref's going to have to blow this one at any time here. With 11.5 seconds to go, looks like the Red Deer Sutterfund Chiefs are going to get their first victory against the Raiders of the season. I think that means they beat every team in the league, by the way. So they've got a victory versus St. Albert,
I don't
one
know
against
if they
Calgary.
beat Edmonton or not.
I'm pretty sure they beat Edmonton one game.
Well, like I say, any team in this league can win. Just a matter of...
So that'll leave the Raiders level at 50 points, leaving Edmonton, no matter what happens, they're going to come second. Raiders not quitting. One last shot as a siren goes, and Red Deer excited for their victory, and they should be. It was a well-earned win.
Well, not much to say there. You got a 6-on-5 and you give away the puck twice. What are you going to do? It's one of those things, I guess. It's a tough loss for the Raiders, but I can guarantee Coach Borbani is going to use this as gas on the fire for sure. Because
practices are going to be a little more intense than usual.
When you show up to play 18 minutes of a 60-minute game, it's tough sledding. And you know what? Congratulations to the Red Deer Chiefs for winning the last game of the regular season. So with that, we're for sure second place or third place now. We will definitely see the Lloydminster Steelers in playoffs. So that's where it'll end for the Raiders' regular season.
So with that, I'm Peter Curran. I've been with Jason Klusen today. We'd like to thank you again for all your patronage this season. And we'll look forward to the playoffs next weekend versus the Lloydminster Steelers.